Can I go first?
You can go first.
Oh God, we're gonna be here a while. We're gonna start with that mentality. Okay, I'll go first. One person that inspires me would be an author. Her name's Emily. I would like to pronounce it. I think it's pronounced Montagne, but it's French or something. And she continually wrote books about what she observed on life and human nature and how we interact and how, perceived social norms, because she was alive in the 1800s. How that's gonna switch over continuing generations. And she made a bunch of really amazing analysis of what she believed culture has the possibility to turn into. It's very interesting because then you read it now and you're like, oh, like this is very similar to how it is now. I guess she wasn't that wrong. And she has this amazing quote that I love, and I have it on my phone. And it says, read books by people you disagree with. Listen to others who think differently from you. Watch programming you normally wouldn't watch. Expand your mind and views of the world. As right as you think you are about your own beliefs and experiences, others feel the same way about their own. You'll learn more than you ever imagined if you see the world through the beliefs rather than right or wrong. And I just really love that quote because it was just so ahead of her time, especially to be a woman in the 1800s who could read and write and process all this. So that's very inspiring. Another person who's really inspiring is Liz Kay in the back. I've known her since last year. She's just grown so much over this last year that I've been privileged to spend being her friend, that it's just beautiful to watch how far she's come in that short span of time. So it's also very inspiring. And then probably for a final person, probably be my sister, because she's a single mom and she came from an abusive relationship where she had my niece, and it's just the two of them. And she switched careers because it wasn't gonna work if she wanted to prioritize her daughter. And watching her deal with people tell her that she was a makeup artist and she worked in the industry, and that doesn't leave a lot of weekends, and that wouldn't have left her with any time with my niece. So she made the decision as a person and not as a gender to give more time to her child versus have time and do what she loves. So it's a sacrifice she made that people put on her as, oh, you're a woman and you did that because you're female, versus I'm a person and this is my child and she means more. So those are my three people.
Great, excellent examples.
So for me, the first person that inspires me is my mom, because she's a single mom. My sister, I have an older sister who's 4 years older than me. So my sister at 13 decided to go move out and be with my father. So my mom was left with raising me, and she had to do a lot. She fought a lot for me to make sure I got everything I needed, because I had a lot of struggles. But my mom inspires me because she never stopped fighting for what she believed in to get me to where I am today. And I always thank her, and I will always be I'm so blessed for her. And I wouldn't be half the person I am if I didn't have her as my mom. And I'm so thankful for that, because my mom has done so much for me. And to conclude that, honestly why my mom inspires me is because she's so positive. She's so positive, and she's just such a beautiful person, and she inspires me with everything she does because she is so positive that she will never ever be negative towards something. And she's made me a positive person, and I'm just so lucky. But I also agree with Liz that Liz Kay is very inspiring. But my second person that's very inspiring to me, who's someone that my grandfather, Nathan, because he was just, you could talk to him about anything. He was like your best friend. And I lost him 3 years ago. And I still cannot get over that. So, sorry, but I lost him 3 years ago, and it was the hardest thing for me. He was like your best friend. You know, he started his own swimwear company. He started a swimwear company, and that's what inspired me because he was so dedicated to his work, dedicated to his family. He was the glue to this family. And he was also president of Men's Apparel Guild in California. It's short for Magic. Thank you. But, I know I'm taking a while, I'm sorry. He just was incredible, and you could talk to him about anything. And what really truly inspired me about him is that how he kept this family together, how he was just the mediator, the peacemaker, and we would all have fallen apart if he wasn't with us. So, yes. And the third person, or an event that inspired me, or the third person would have to be, I never thought I would truly say this, but in a way, my father inspires me because we have had a very tough relationship. And so the fact that he was able to change throughout my life and be a better father to me inspires me because it gave me hope. And I love him for that. And that inspires me. So, I'm not saying he's an inspiration to me, but I'm definitely saying that it inspires me. He does inspire me. He is an inspiration, but I'm saying that it's not because of that is why he's an inspiration. He's an inspiration because he's so personable. And, he's a metal salesman. And, he's constantly dealing with customers, and he does so much, and he tells me about everything he does, and it's just incredible. And I'm thankful for that, and I'm thankful for my family for that.
Thank you very much.
Sorry about the long.
No, it's good. Oh, excuse me. One second. You guys just settle for a second. I'm going to get another SD card.
Is this someone's hair clip?
Yeah.
Nobody? Oh, okay.
Yeah.